Hey, hello everyone, and thanks for tuning in to the Jono YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be doing a little video on fishing line and what are the best types to use for which type of situation you're going to want to go fishing. So stay tuned and we're going to kind of dissect what's the best line to use. Okay, so there are a few different types of lines you can use. In fact, there's lots of different types. Your standard fishing line is going to be a monofilament. So these two are monofilaments. These are for ice fishing. So actually, I will kind of go over some ice fishing first, even though it is turning into summer, but it's going to be winter eventually. So some ice fishing tips. I did try a bunch of lines this winter, and I want to kind of tell you what I thought was the best one or whatnot. So your standard monofilaments are always good. Can't really knock the trilene ice, micro ice. It's good. And this Beaver Dam is also probably comparable. I would say both of these brands are pretty good for standard. Some of the other things I tried was these fluorocarbons. So this is a really good brand, Seagar, and it's a fluorocarbon. I did try this winter, and I'll have to be honest with you, I didn't really like it at all. It wasn't manageable. So what you want to do is use the fluorocarbons a little bit more for like leaders. They make good leaders, and they are good for ice fishing, especially if you can find one that's really manageable because they do sink faster than the monofilaments. So that kind of is a pro, especially I mean now that everyone has their tungsten jig, it's not that big of a deal. This brand here I didn't get a chance to use, so if anyone has used this, comment down below. Let me know what you think about this brand, 3 pound suffix. This is fluorocarbon as well. So, staying with the ice fishing theme, this is the other brand I have, and I don't have the box anymore, so you have to just take a look here. This is called Power Pro. It's a braided line, and I'm a huge fan of Power Pro. I like that brand. I like Seagar, I like Power Pro, I like Trilene. And I like this line a lot. So it's the only downside I would say is it's not perfectly round because maybe on those smaller diameters when you get down to 3 pounds, it's really hard to keep that super roundness. So there is a little bit of a ribbon feel, which can tend to, maybe create some twisting here and there. But besides that, the Power Pro braided ice fishing line, I really, really liked it. I think you guys should give it a try. It's a great brand. I use it for my river fishing rigs as well, except for I use like 30-pound tests or whatnot. So that's my ice fishing adventure. These are the lines I did for ice fishing. And if you want to transfer over to summer, this is my go-to line here, and it's Trilene Ultra Smooth Casting. I get the big spools of 6 pound because I use a lot of 6 pound. That's kind of like my walleye rig size, I would say. So if you guys are doing any summer spinning reel fishing, I would suggest using this stuff. It's really good stuff. There's also a Ultra Strong. I think is the other one. It's a blue container, and it is good and it does seem extra tough. But I love the pliability of the smooth casting. So that seems to be my go-to. If you're going to be on the river and doing big cats or something like that, I would go back to the Power Pro braided and try like a 30-pound test or something for some big flatheads. And otherwise, something like this, what you can use for bass fishing, if when they're in the weeds, you need 25 pounds to like at least pull those weeds, when they bury themselves in like 10 pounds of weeds. So that's the basic gist of the lines. One other thing I could go over real quick is kind of what size you want to use. So for like walleye and smaller panfish, you can do the 6 pound or 4 pound, in any of these. And as you're going up bass, or northern, you're going to want to at least have 8, 10 pound, depending on how big the northern are you're going for. And then when you get up into the really big area, or if you're doing some bass fishing in the weeds, you might want, your 25 pound. And if you're doing river fishing for some big catfish, 20, 30 pound fish, go for braided, Power Pro braided, and go for at least 30 pounds. So that's the basics. Hopefully you guys learned something. If you liked what you learned, give me a sub, give me a like. That'd be much appreciated. And thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you on the next video. I think I'm going to do a video on how to properly set your drag. So if you are interested in that, stay tuned to the next video, and we appreciate you coming by. Have a nice day.